Hey, what's up everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and today I am continuing my series of ranking every single Pixar film from worst to best based on a tier list. This time it's part 2 and we're going to be looking at C-tier films. And C-tier has 4 films in it. Jeez, that means Pixar has a really good canon. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Coming in last place of C-tier, we have Cars. The best film out of the Cars trilogy, in my opinion. I love the arrogance of Lightning McQueen at the beginning before becoming heartfelt and caring and all that stuff. I love his character development. The other characters, pretty good too. The story just seemed to lack a little bit, but it has a great score. I love some of the songs on here. Real Gone by Sheryl Crow. Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts. Route 66 by both Chuck Berry and John Mayer. Both of them are really good. So it's a pretty good film. It has a little bit of flaws in it, but it's still really good. So that's why it just cracked C tier, but it's at the bottom of C tier. Coming in third place of C tier, Brave. This is not a bad film in my opinion. And I think it has some flaws that kind of stink. The 3 little brothers kind of piss me off a little bit. The dad really pisses me off because he's so dim-witted in my opinion. But it's a great story between a mother and daughter, and I love it. Merida, I'm surprised she's technically canon as a Disney princess, but it counts. I wouldn't consider it, but Disney does. Merida's character development, perfect. I like it, and I think that really saves the film. Her mother kind of brings the film down a little bit, but not as much as her father and her brothers. But Brave is a pretty decent film, so that's why it's here in C tier. Coming in second place of C tier, we have Onward. This film kind of fell flat for me. I thought this film was going to be a solid A tier film at first, and then the movie started and it was on that trail of being an F tier film for me, but then it saved itself with the character development of Ian and Barley. I loved it, and that's what saved it from being in F tier, D tier, so it's here in C tier. The story was a little lackluster, but yeah, with the character developments of Ian and Barley, it saved it, so that's why it's here in C tier. Coming in first place of C tier, Finding Dory. A lot of people are probably going to be mad about this. I just did not seem to like Finding Dory. I think it had a lot to live up to with Finding Nemo, and it just seemed to fall flat. It's not a bad film, and I think it's pretty good. The story's alright. I think that since they repeated it twice, it's not as good. Dory being the central character works. It doesn't work to perfection, but it works. We get introduced to some new characters along the way, but yeah, doing the story twice just seemed to fall flat. So I'm not going to bash the film anymore because it's a pretty good film. It could have been B tier if the story was done a little bit differently, but since it was very similar to Finding Nemo, it's at the top of C tier. And that is going to do it for my ranking of C tier. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Also, leave a like, share, and subscribe, and push that notification bell. Next time, we're going to be going over B tier. And there are more films in B tier, trust me. So until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.